Facebook Live. Ed, you can look in the top right-hand corner of that computer. Does it say that we're live on Facebook? Yes, we are. Welcome to our Facebook family, our friends in YouTube that will see this later. We welcome you to the Centers for Monterey, the Centers for Spiritual Living in Monterey. My name is Amber Guzman, and I am introducing your speaker. As I was saying before I knew we were live, that Reverend Tony Bradford will be our speaker this morning, and he is a gift. I wish I had a long bio for you to share, but I didn't get one in time, but we call him Cousin Tony. He is an associate minister here with our center. We love you and we welcome you, Reverend Tony Bradford.
Thank you, Amber, and good morning, Monterey Centers for Spiritual Living, family and friends, and those who are joining us on Facebook Live and Zoom. You can read about me on our website. I am excited and honored to bring you my head again from lovely Palm Springs, which right now it's 86 degrees and it's 10:58. I am excited for today's talk. Again, our theme for the month of March, as Reverend Robert has talked to you about earlier in the month, our Centers for Spiritual Living theme for 2026 is Ancient Wisdom. And March's theme is A World of Your Creation. So today, when Reverend Robert asked me, like, can you do the last Sunday in March? And it's Palm Sunday. And my Jehovah's Witness self said, yeah, okay, what's Palm Sunday? So trying to remember if I ever, really understood and knew what Palm Sunday was and what is the message for Palm Sunday. And the tidbit and what I've always said and what I love about this philosophy is that we are open to all the information and all the traditions, and we pull a piece of it or a nugget of whatever the ancient wisdom that has been put out in the universe. How do we use that in our own life? And I'm big on giving lessons and telling you about how we use this stuff to change our mind, which changes our life. So my talk title today, Ancient Wisdom, Your Creation or Your Life. So what is the message or what is the ancient wisdom or the nugget that Palm Sunday brings? Well, those in California, you know what these things are. They're palm leaves. We're going to talk about palm leaves in a significant way. Can you see? And these are ones that I got at the florist today to bring you. But for those of you who are in the audience and on Facebook, before I get serious, raise your hands. How many palm leaves and palm husks did you clean today? Right. So when I was thinking about it, I'm like, that big windstorm that I just had, and I had to maneuver around these leaves on the street, that's what we're talking about. That's Palm Sunday. So we're gonna talk about the symbolism and how we can use the symbol of the palm leaf for our talk today. Last thing I want to say, I was at an event yesterday at a hotel, and I kept looking at the palm leaves, and I was trying to figure out how I can get to the pool and rip one off and bring it for you. But then when I got home, there was some husks on my patio from the wind. You know, every day you get a symbol of what we're talking about, which is that palm leaf. So the message from this symbol that I want to give to you today is from our Science of Mind philosophy. So our living lesson, right? What I'm going to talk about is the resilience of that palm tree, palm leaves, the spirituality of it, and the wisdom of how we are creating it and that symbol in our own life. So first I'll talk about is really introducing what Palm Sunday means. A lot of us that's come from traditional religions, whether it's Christianity or Protestant, Jehovah's Witness, we had our own Bible. So I don't really remember the emphasis of the stories of the Palm Sunday, but I dug deep in my research, and I came up with what I want to share with you about the meaning of Palm Sunday. So Palm Sunday, and this is from the Bible, from Matthew's 21, verse 8 and 9, and John 12, 13, for those of you are taking notes. Palm Sunday marks the moment when Jesus entered Jerusalem and was welcomed by crowds who waved palm branches and shouted Hosanna, meaning save us. So again, it was a celebratory story of the people coming together that were looking for the, as we know, and or as what Jesus the Christ means to me, was that saving us. So that is a symbol that people were gathering on the streets and cheering and shouting. Now, just let us know, there was no Macy's Day balloons at that time. There was no confetti. There was none of that. So the idea of using what was abundant, palm leaves, palm husks, whatever it was, that's what the symbol is of what they use to honor and share, excuse me, their heroes, or folks that, as we now know, parades, basically honoring those who are coming in the streets in our town. So palm branches, as I looked, were symbols of victory, peace, honor, right? They were used to welcome a king or to celebrate a triumph, right? Remember the big movies, Ten Commandments and Hercules. Sometimes you saw as they were honoring heroes, it was the laurel wreath on their head. The palm leaf and palm trees were big in those celebrations because it's all they had. So for those new to the story, this moment represents celebration and expectation, as people believe Jesus would change their lives in powerful ways. So today, not just the celebration of Palm Sunday, we're just going to go into a deeper meaning behind it with a new thought lens and inspiration. And I would be remiss if I didn't read what Ernest Holmes says about Palm Sunday. And I'm going to read it for you right now. So Ernest Holmes, founder of religious science, viewed Palm Sunday not as a historical event, but as a symbolic, metaphysical triumph entry of the soul into divine awareness, bringing joy and peace, right? He emphasized that this represents the unfolding of inner divinity rather than just an outward spectacle, right? Waving of the palm tree. This marks a shift towards spiritual realization and personal inner kingdom power. How good is that? So, as I did my research and looked more and more into kind of the traditional churches that focused on Palm Sunday, they're talking about what the crowd did, right? Waving of the palm branches and shouting Hosanna. So it was an act. And this story was to help people really come up with an activity, or as I always say to you, a spiritual practice, right? So this was something that they practiced, and this was an opportunity for them to show their exuberance for the Christ consciousness, for Jesus who was walking past their area. So today I invite us again to look deeper. How can I feel that symbol that as you sweep up or blow away these palm leaves and give it a new meaning for me? How do I use it to change my life? What are palm leaves themselves telling us, right? So just look at the palm tree, palm leaf. Again, it's an ancient symbol. It's all they had. And as you know, those big leaves kind of blow and blow everywhere and fall, wherever they may lie because of wind. And think about where the spiritual story is taking place, right? There's many palm leaves and palm trees there. One of my friends, my spiritual leader, my spiritual partner, said to me, "Do you remember they used a lot of the trash that we pick up and throw away from that palm trees, but they used it for stuffing mattresses. The hairs of it was used to light fires. That's symbolism. Again, when you look at it, that palm tree is used for a lot of different things. So again, the waving of it and using it in our spiritual victory is important because again, it's a whole life cycle of that palm tree, again, going up to the light of God. Yet Jesus entered Jerusalem humbly, as the story goes on, not as a conquering warrior, right? Not as Hercules or Mark Anthony or whoever that we are used to seeing in theaters and movies. But Jesus or the Christ consciousness came in peace, right? And what that peace brings for me is solidifying my faith, right? And that's what you see in the crowds, or I'm reading a story that's it's about the crowds bringing their faith together. So the new thought twist that I want you to take with you is, again, this is about spirituality. The true victory brings faith, right? It isn't always loud. It isn't always has to be the hero, the big Olympic champion. And we had lots of stories from the Olympics of even those who didn't get a gold medal, but they came out with great faith. And we still cherished the journey that they all had to that Olympic medal. So sometimes your spirituality or what you need arrives quietly, steadily, and with purpose, right? So your lesson for today in that is you don't have to look powerful. You don't have to be that gladiator. You can choose to be if you want to, but knowing the power and the strength comes to you sometimes calm, sometimes grounded, but it is something that solidifies your faith, right? So let's talk about the botanical truth of the palm leaf, if you can see it, right? Bends, but it don't break. That's you, right? Palm trees are uniquely designed, right? They have flexible trunks, the leaves that bend with the wind, and they're deep rooted, right? They survive storms. We've seen it countless times on islands here in California, here on the West Coast, wherever there's palm trees are at. Those roots are stronger. Those roots are anchored in the position that they're in. So again, the symbolism for you to take from that is your faith, your spirituality is rooted and planted firm, excuse me. And this reminds us that our faith is very strong. Lesson number 2, resilience. Do I need to say any more? They just keep coming and coming, those leaves and all that goes with it, right? So resilience is not resisting every storm, right? That tree kind of flows with it and goes with it. It's about learning how to bend without breaking. That's your lesson. That is, again, where the wisdom comes from. We have gone through it. We have survived all of those lessons, that the resilience of you in your life and whatever situation, whatever storm you went through, you didn't break, right? You just bent and you just went with it. Your lesson is that life will bring pressure, right? Faith gives you that flexibility, not fragility. Okay? That faith keeps you solid. Um, let's talk about the everyday leaves of the palm tree, right? And we'll make it a sacred moment. Each day is a challenge, right? No need to be, no need to do anything, right? That palm leaf stays firm, right? You don't have to do anything to it. Sometimes you don't even have to water it. Those roots are down far enough that it stays, it grows and it's abundant, right? Palm trees and palm leaves and all that comes with it really is in desert places where there's no water. But again, it's rooted where it needs to get the nutrient. Remember that. you are rooted and you are able to get those nutrients and that wisdom and that experience. So palm branches are common, they're ordinary, yet they become part of that holy moment in the story. People use what they had. All right, there's abundance of palm leaves and palm trees, and as the Jesus the Christ, the symbolism that the story is giving you, this is what they waved, and they were welcoming the Christ. So moving on to our next wisdom or thought that I want to take with this story is the wisdom part. So with our theme of ancient wisdom and how do we use that symbolism, anything that happened yesterday we're going to call ancient, right? So let's just know that it's done. And we talk about that in treatments. Whatever happened yesterday is done. We have choice to change and live again today. God uses ordinary things like the palm leaf and like the song that lovely, I call her minister of music, Amber sang for us earlier. God is in all things. And there was so simple, the symbolisms of water and earth and leaves. This creates those extraordinary moments for you. So all these small things that we're talking about, like even today, sitting here, listening to me online, that's an extraordinary moment to bring faith closer and solidify it in your inner being. Ernest Holmes talks about that. That's what this Palm Sunday means to us. It's an inner strength, an inner victory. So our lesson with this wisdom today that I want to leave with you is your life, just as it is enough. You have the strength, okay? And what you bring matters. What you go through matters. You realize and you know how to handle things as they come around again. You have that wisdom. We talk about as practitioners, you have everything you need within you. And sometimes, and I talked about this yesterday with some friends about healing. We truly, there's nothing to heal. It's only the truth to be revealed. And that truth is you are enough. And you have the power within to change whatever situation is happening. So let's talk about the growth pattern of a palm tree. And I looked at one as I was driving in last night too. It's always reaching, right? There is all these, it could be thick, it could be thin, but it's again reaching to that light, right? Palm trees go upward and outward towards the light. And even after it's damaged, after the big rainstorms, thunderstorms, windstorms, they continue to grow because of that faith, because of that foundation that is truly there. So, new thought. And the last tidbit that I want to leave with you is changing your mind. We talk about this all the time. The big difference between us, animals, and I'm talking humans, animals, and fauna and flowers and all that, is that God gives us choice. We have free will, right? We are resilient. Our faith is resilient. It keeps reaching, just like that palm tree I'm talking about, even after hardship. We can change the situation. We can change the narrative. Growth is not canceled by difficulty. Remember that. You can still rise, step away, change it, and be victorious, right? Those palm leaves, and I'll bring it back one more time, right? It's a mirror. And this is what I want you to know. And however you use it and however you find a symbol, whether it's a palm leaves, or palm branches or whatever, it just reminds us of the inner peace and the joy, as Ernest Holmes has said. And that's your mirror. That's your example. That's why there are these tools or these tidbits of ancient wisdom, whether it's prayer beads, prayer wrist on your wrists, or I remember growing up, and I would see people come from whatever church they were, and they had the palm leaves. And again, I grew up in Pennsylvania, So we didn't have the example of the palm trees that we have in California, but I just always thought that those dried leaves, that they were twisted or knotted, that was what Palm Sunday was all about, or was a palm leaf. But again, as I moved to California, we know that there's so much more to that palm tree and those palm leaves. But I want to honor that symbol, and you can use, whether you grew up in that philosophy or those religions that use those palm leaves on Palm Sunday, you can put a different twist on it. Make it a heart, make it a knot, make it a smiley face, whatever it was. Make whatever it is and whatever you create it to be, it is part of the mirror to let you know that you have everything within. So back to the story of Jesus coming through Jerusalem, the crowd celebrated loudly, yet they didn't fully understand what was going to happen in the next story about Jesus, but their faith shifted and they changed what the narrative of him and the reason that Jesus was coming, or the story of Jesus coming through Jerusalem. They welcomed him, they welcomed the journey, and it gave them that choice to say, hey, I am grounded. I am on board. I am celebrating the Christ consciousness. We are still that crowd, right? We are still hopeful. We're imperfect. We're learning, and we have choices to change, right? And the last thing I want to say is faith is a journey, right? It's not a perfect performance. You continually have choice. It continually changes. It continually challenges us, but we stand strong. So let's bring together everything that I said today, as I beat myself again with the leaf. The palm leaf is more than a symbol of celebration today. It is a blueprint for living, for my life, for your life. Bend, don't break. Grow even after storms, right? It shows up with what you have and it keeps reaching towards the light, right? So your call to action today is take a palm leaf, pick up one in your backyard if you have them. Go get one from your neighbors. And if it's not a palm leaf, whatever that symbol is for you, to carry the message of foundation, truth, and change in your life. That is the symbol, that's the ancient symbol that is really there for us all to take that and take it and use it in our own life. So as we close today, I invite you to do something simple but meaningful today, right? As you leave, go and pick up a leaf, pick up a rock, pick up something for you today that gives you that understanding, or that has an ancient tradition and gives you that reminder of whose you are. We all have rocks and symbols and prayer beads and hand beads and whatever it is. These things remind me when I touch them of whose I am. And I truly know that is a reminder of how I can change any situation in my life for the better. So let this palm leaf remind you that you can bend but not break. And even if life's a storm, you're still standing. That God can use us, what we already have in our hands. We can use whatever we have around us. And no matter what we face or you face this week, you are still growing, you're still reaching, you're still rising. And most of all, you are light. And so it is. Thank you.
Thank you,
So,
Reverend Tom. Yes, please bless us with a treatment.
thank you, Amber. Whew. So, for those of you who are in the sanctuary, just pull your spirit, recognizing that oneness, that light, that love, that spirit, which is truly anchored in each and every one of you. I, Reverend Tony Bradford, speak my word, and I'm aligning myself with that light, that love, that oneness. And that's the same for each and every one of you at the sound of my voice. It is that thread that Amber talked about, that thin, I call it a magical golden thread that runs through each and every one of us, that connects us. Grab on, hold on to it, and let's take this ride together. Let's stand in that faith and that truth and know that that oneness that we are connected to is truly one that each and every one of us are a part of. So right here, right now, I, Reverend Tony Bradford, I am just grounding all that I know that is good, all that I know that is healthy, all that I know is abundant, all that I know that is a blessing. So each and every one of you who just set this day up, knowing that we are sending love and light to all of our members and our board and Reverend Robert. And thank you for our tech team that drove safely to where we're at. And it is a blessing that we know exactly what we have within each of us to do exactly what we need at the right and perfect time. Today is an example of that. What a lovely blessing that we have in our community, in our spirit, in our love, in our life, and our joy. And remember, we are all connected on that golden thread, and it is a oneness that truly takes us around the world, around the way. Whatever you're doing today, just make it a beautiful day. So right here, right now, as I remember and I use my word, I am giving thanks for this opportunity to speak the story, to speak a message into the universe. Use that symbol, use any symbol you have, because it is for you. It is for you to move, shift, change, and you have victory in your life because you have that choice to be one with spirit. And I am thankful for this day. So please, 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 for me, with me, along with me, help me seal this day and time into the universal law that just says yes, 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 and more yes. And all together, let's say, and so it is.
And so it is. I want to turn my microphone on so we can give Reverend Tony a round of applause to show him our
Ooh, got God bumps. Thank you.
All right, I was remiss for not saying that. You know, we always do a weekly affirmation, and I think we'll say that together twice. Go ahead and show that on too. There we go. I will bend but not break. I will grow through what I go through. What I have is enough. I will keep reaching for the light. That's all right. Let's do it again. I will bend but not break. I will grow through what I go through. What I have is enough. I will keep reaching for the light. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you again for those words, information about that poem. And now comes the time that we can demonstrate our abundance, participate in the flow of circulation. You know what? Thank you, Amy, for that basket. Let's do our affirmation of abundance, and the words will be on our screen. We'll say that together. I recognize the presence of God within as the source of my abundance. Out of my abundance consciousness flows everything I could desire in life. With gratitude and thanksgiving, I now participate in the flow of uninterrupted abundance. This prosperous experience is evidence of my abundance consciousness. And on this screen coming up, these are different ways that you can participate. We know that our center mailing address has changed, so if you'd like to mail a money order or a cashier's check, you can send that to P.O. Box 804 in Monterey, California, 93942. You can also text the word GIVE, and that number is 831-246-9694. You text the word GIVE, and you'll receive a link back where you can enter your information into the CHMS Breeze website. And then the next time you want to give, you can save that phone number and just say $20, and it'll automatically do that. So you only have to set it up one time. It's a really great way to give. Or, of course, you can also go online at montereycsl.org/donate. So those are the ways to give. And we want to say thank you for joining us. This is our 5th Sunday. And join us next week when Reverend Robert will be back. And the April series is The Practice of Becoming. And Reverend Robert will speak on the topic, Living the Presence and Deep Awareness. And we will be exploring the questions, what is your greatest spiritual power? What if your greatest spiritual power was in this moment, right here and right now? What changes in you when you choose to be present, even in your darker moments? So I look forward to next week. We're saying goodbye to Facebook and anybody else. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.